Hopefully we can get all this back up here. Okay, we good? All right, sweet. Yeah, so here's what's going on. Obviously, we can't show anything, but we can definitely talk about what we've seen. We're not going to share any links or anything, but I can give you a play-by-play. What do you want to know specifically? Throw it in the chat. We will try to extract it the best we can. 2 gameplay footage pieces have dropped. One looks like it could be from 2023. That appears to be the metadata off of that bad boy. And the other one looks a lot more closer to the date. So we have one where somebody's driving. No, it's Jason driving around in his beater car. Actually, let me show you. It is. Let me see if we can find this. It's the original car. Let me see. Right. Oof, I'm gonna barf. It's this guy right here, the orange one. Oh, it's being so weird. Oh, it's because I have my. Okay. It's this guy right here, but it's like the old one, without the fancy. Don't we have like a picture? I think it's right here. Boom, this guy. He's driving around, so it shows a lot of like Red Dead Redemption 2 type stuff, where it looks like the way things are kind of things are more meticulous with that particular version, right? Like with Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think is good. And I think this, the car footage one where he's driving around, spinning out and like hitting things, and the delivery truck sideswipes him. It looks like there's damage. It looks like the physics that he's like reacting to him getting sideswiped, and the police look like they actually are part of the surrounding area, and they don't just materialize. Which again, very real. I think that's 100% real, and I think him playing basketball is 100% real, to be honest with you. And so let me just show you what that looks like. So we got something to look at while I'm talking about it. So right here by the where it says safe house, you see there's a basketball hoop back here. Just that detail there looks incredible. The other footage where he like picks up a basketball and starts playing. Now it could be an earlier build because it looks like the interface there, like if it tells you like X to pick it up, it's just like a circle, and so it's for either platform. So it's definitely on like the Amazon cloud probably. What do they call it? AWS? It says, watch, there's DMC people stuff. Oh, no, we're not showing any of that, brother. We're not showing anything like that. This is all stuff on their website, homie. We're talking. That's all we're doing. So, yeah, that particular clip, let me bring that up while we're talking about it. Just, I have to do it locally. Obviously, I can't be doing that in real. So it shows him hanging out in this like back balcony and kind of looking over. The water looks incredible, as we already kind of knew. I mean, just looking at this. Like he's got, actually, it might be back here because I kind of see this little area here. Yeah, the detail's insane. And he just like walks up under his house, or the safe house, which we already know is the safe house. And he just like picks up a basketball that's like right there. Can you see my cursor? I don't know if you can really see my cursor. Crazy, right? And dude, like, it looks like something you just chill and kind of just do. Definitely looks like Jason. We got chain physics. It looks incredible. You've got the sun kind of coming down as he's like shooting the hoops. The detail is absurd, dude. This is closer to what it's going to be like. Now, the one in the car where he's just driving around in the damage, it gives you a good idea of what the game mechanics are. But that, I think, is definitely 2023, I think was the metadata on that one. See, okay, so what really leads me to have to believe that, obviously these are like screenshots, so these are going to be super high fidelity, yes. But like, there was another leak that happened. Was it one of the designer's son's friend or something like that? Anyways, homeboy was working at home, took a dump, made a sandwich, whatever, and he like left his office open with the instance running. And so one of his son's friends, or his son, came in and took some videos and put it up on TikTok. That gives you a better idea of like how detailed the world is going to be. Obviously, if he was running off an AWS instance, that's not going to be indicative of like what the FPS rate would be like necessarily, because I've seen a lot of different variations of that. You know what I mean? Like those earlier leaks where it'll actually show you like the memory. Like if you kind of look at all the debug stuff, it definitely tells you quite a bit. So yeah, I mean the detail here actually it's crazy is the detail here isn't even like this is not doing it justice from the video I'm seeing right now. It does look like a clean 30. Like cuz you know before like when games say like oh it's 30 but it's like their peak is 30. This looks like a consistent 30 or higher, but again, it's hard to tell because of the video processing, right? And there's this stupid watermark on there where these guys are like, "Hey, we're fighting for this cause for gamer rights," but there's a meme coin on there, and you're like, "Okay, guy." This might be before the meme coin thing, at least the one I have. Yeah, and it looks like, let's see what else. Yeah, all the different interfaces are pretty generic. They're like just circles, and so it could be for Xbox or PlayStation. As we know, it's going to be for both, and then for PC, right? Let me see if there's another like image here that would help illustrate like what's going on here. When he's driving around, I wonder if he's wearing that. Yeah, just a small amount of stuff we've seen is already insane. And supposedly, get this, there was supposed to be a map. He says, dude, I'm actually farting right now. Oh, perfect. I mean, open your mouth. You know what I'm saying, dog? No, the detail is absurd. Let me go back to him driving his little hoopty around. Apparently, there's garbage sitting in the back of this thing right here. Basically, he drives up. It's the first thing we're going to do. He goes in the street, peels out, swings into oncoming traffic. The traffic's yelling at him, saying all kinds of obscenities, which is awesome. And then immediately somebody gets all mad. He gets sideswiped by a delivery truck, like a UPS truck. And then the guy gets out, starts talking trash. And then I think he hits a dude, like a plumber or something, and then grabs a pipe off of him. Is that what happens? Is that the order of things here? And just wallops the guy. It's really messed up. But then the police, like, they're coming down the street, and then they turn into him. So let me go ahead and bring this up. Let's see if this helps. There's stuff off of the main. Sorry, I'm trying to keep stuff moving like while I'm watching it, so it's not just like a static image. Let me turn off the website thing. Okay, there's one here in the footage. I think it's trailer 2, where they're like, there's a bunch of traffic and stuff. Like the cops look like they existed in the street and then like just pull a Yui because you know just got sideswiped by a UPS truck. Let me see. I think it's on this one, right? Yeah, so it looks like, and then it looked like once he like committed the crime, somebody saw him. There was definitely an indicator that showed him, like, hey, because he's not wearing a mask or anything, and it's like, hey, they're looking for you, and there was like a slight description. Again, all like Red Dead Redemption type stuff, but like even more in depth. Anyways, I thought I had a better trailer spot, but I don't. Okay. uh. No, it's pretty sick. It's got me super pumped. And if you didn't know, this is probably old news for everybody, but here's the thing. Extended look happens August 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just remember, it says an extended look. I think the morning of August 27th, anywhere between 9 a.m. to like 10 a.m. Eastern, I think we'll see a trailer. This is just me. And then I think at 3 p.m. is the extended look, so more goodies. And then they have the embargo for 6 hours, which means 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will see something, or it goes out on everything. So clearly, this is like also a good indicator of like, these are real because Rockstar is striking all these down, by the way. All these videos that are that I can't show you that we're talking about. But again, the one where he's getting sideswiped by whatever, it still looks amazing. The gameplay looks fantastic. And that is dated 2023. I think that the video of him shooting hoops is closer to what we're going to get on our consoles because that looks immaculate to me. I mean, just the detail, and that's running in the game. That's crazy. Yeah, him shooting hoops at his house, even though I've got like a crappy immersion, it looks so good. There's leaves on the ground. The paint's chipping off of the side of the house. Like, dude, even this here is not even doing it any kind of justice. Like, usually the screenshots are the superior one, right? Like, if you look at this, I mean, dude, I'm looking at the detail right now. I'm like, that's crazy. I think the one of him shooting hoops is closer to what we're going to see. Yeah, the fidelity is unreal. We're seeing ground clutter. This, I think the one shooting hoops is more what we all envisioned, and it's nice to see it like that's in the game. Like this is most likely what it's going to be like. I think the one of him driving is probably a bit older. The one we got, what was in 2022 or whatever, those leaks were very like early. There were a lot of the different assets that had to be kind of mushed together. And depending on what team he pulled that slack from, right? I mean, obviously they're not going to see the best stuff. But yeah, like this doesn't do it any justice. Like what I'm looking at the house is crazy. And then it like his basketball bounces and falls in the water. The water physics look, oh my dude, they look immaculate. Like there's displacement on the ball and the ball's floating. Dude, just the paint chips on the freaking house when it first starts. Dude, this does not do it. This looks like crap compared to what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? This is a static image. I'm looking at the video going, what? And again, some of this could be faked, but the fact that these are a minute long and they're very coherent, I don't see any artifacts. We've checked the metadata and stuff. Again, these can be faked, but it takes quite a bit of skill to pull this off. And usually what happens with the AI stuff is when you have the same subjects in there and the time goes on, it gets very incoherent and it starts to look like poop. And I don't see that in any of this. You get pretty good at spotting the AI stuff if you've been around it long enough. And I don't think that is. Now, it might have been enhanced maybe by AI, but I don't even get that. Like, this could be a 60 frames. I would say just expect the 30, but it looks like a clean, solid 30 with like crazy details. If that makes any sense. Let's see. There's something else. Was it over on this side? Just want to see if I can kind of point out some stuff that we already have publicly that I can point to. And not on this one. Hold on. Where's the one where they talk about yes, only Leonida. See ya. Yeah, so 2 new videos that have been leaked. Here's the other crazy thing too. Check this out. The group or guy or whoever that said they did this, they basically are like, hey, we're unhappy with digital only and no physical copies. You know, we're all pretty familiar with that. And they said, hey, until you apologize and do A, B, and C, we're going to keep leaking stuff. So, you know what I mean? And last we heard from the big leak that happened in 2022, there's apparently a lot more stuff floating around. And even there's rumors of a playable copy that's been kicked around. Now, I think that's an AWS version. Definitely development version. If it's a screenshot or snapshot from then pretty crazy, man. Oh yeah, did I say there was a map that was leaked too? It could be real. Maybe it's not real. It's hard to say. There is the mapping project. Yeah, let me get this up first. Make sure this is all good. The mapping project is based off of all of the stuff we've seen in trailers up to this point. So if you're just joining us, there's been 2 new videos that were leaked and the map. The map is debatable. We're not really sure where that sits. But the 2 videos definitely look real. I think they're in 2 different states of development. One definitely looks like... hang on a second. That is not the one we're looking at. Leonida. And some people are like, hey, the car one looks like crap. Even though that may be 2023, I still think it looks great. And again, the video quality is not super good, so it's kind of hard to tell, like, overall, like, dude, why can't I find this? I'm like State of Leonidia. Okay, there we go. Now, a lot of the mappers have already kind of come in and started to make comment on this. I'd say there's a lot of this that is pretty accurate still. And okay, so if you're looking at it again, this is all publicly available stuff, so this is not what was leaked. But this particular map, again, things in red are unconfirmed. Things in white have been confirmed via like leaks, or not leaks, I'm sorry, but screenshots and videos. Like, okay, so the one that we actually kind of see that's quote unquote a leak or real, we don't know, has a good chunk of this here. Can we see my cursor on that or no? Yes, okay. But it also shows like a different like back end here, because obviously this is like a fictional piece. But like it's back here, so it doesn't look like it's a lot. But dude, when you zoom in on this, you start to really see how much stuff is in here. And this is just the stuff we're able to confirm up to this point. It's big. And then let's not forget this. This is like from the game. That's just the keys, dude. The keys are tiny. Yeah, so we can only show stuff that's been publicly released, but apparently this back half, which again is already marked in red here, is kind of up for debate or whatever, you know what I mean? Because like the map that they leaked is different from that. But again, it's not like this map here was like, hey, it is going to be these things. We only have little bits and pieces down here, but everything else that's in red are various shades of red, and definitely this, they have no idea what this is going to be up here. But again, in like 9 days, we're going to see plenty. We're really going to be able to pin it down. By the way, that one leak that happened where that kid like went around the highway and stuff was like right in this area. And that looked amazing. And that was running off of like a web build. You know what I mean? An AWS. Yeah, it's like a... I forget the instance that they use, but there's definitely varying degrees of it. Is this real? Yes. So we're only showing stuff that's been publicly released, and this is the mapping project itself. Again, this is built by the community. By the way, let's give all these guys credit. Very important. It's not just one guy. It's a ton of guys, ladies, loot goblins, nerds, super nerds. Let me get this up on screen here. Hold on. My zoom's all wacky. We got that? Can we see that? Is that good? Can we see this? These are the people that put this together based off of screenshots in like crazy detail. People that live in the area and have confirmed some of these things because they are based off of real locations in most cases. Obviously, this is a fictional game and like a fictional map, so it's like a hybrid, but yes, the map doesn't look too crazy, but that's because it's zoomed out like this and there's not a lot of detail. It's hard to get a sense of scale. I'm going to say it's probably pretty close, but it's really hard to tell. There was a video that was leaked of Jason driving around in his hoopty. Hoopty. Let me see. I'll try to give you some visuals so we can talk about it. You want me to give you a play-by-play while it plays? I'll let you know. And it's getting struck a lot. Everybody who keeps posting is getting annihilated for it. So it seems pretty real to me. Here, let me show you. So the first clip, there's 2 clips. Him playing basketball at the safe house, and the other one of him driving his beater car that like, I don't know what kind of car you would call that, but like this guy here, this truck, he's driving that around in traffic, ripping tires, smashing into things. You see more of the game mechanics. And then the other one's basketball. Him at his safe house shooting right here, but it's his safe house just behind the S. He picks up a basketball there where it says like right here by these words. He picks up a basketball and starts shooting hoops. And I think that video is an accurate representation of what we're going to see. And let me just tell you right now, I'm going to hold it up to my screen. I got probably the highest resolution version that's floating around right now because everything else seems to be like a re-encoded version. The detail I'm seeing by these shingles here, by this window, is crazy high. And this looks like what the game is going to be. Like, it looks like it plays at this level. And I can confirm a solid 30, which means I don't think it really dips below 30 at all. I think it's a consistent 30. Maybe higher. Hard to tell with the video. But from what I can see on the playback, It looks like a solid 30. And again, you're not playing competitively. You're playing like a single player thing. So I don't think you're going to be like, oh man, that sucks. Like it looks good. It looks really good. And so like he jumps over the railing kind of like a puss. Don't we have like another picture of this too? Somewhere in this information here. We may have some more screenshots, right? Let me see if I can find one. Anyways, let me just bring it back. I'll just keep talking about it. I just hate for it to be a static image. I heard the leak is from 2023. The one him driving around could very well be. And it's an interesting point that you say that, because the metadata on there does say that. Again, it could be a lot of things. The one we saw in 2022 was very early, and it looks like, because you have multiple teams in like different disciplines, and they work on their pieces, and then they start to bring them together, and then they see where those bugs happen, right? So the one in 2022 was like, we're seeing things like, we're just seeing the frames of the mannequins of the NPCs. We're seeing some of the NPCs that don't have their dialogue put completely in, obviously. We see NPCs that they're trying to work out the animation for the NPCs. Again, different disciplines smashing it together. So it looked very raw. It still looked really great, though, right? And if you look at those builds, the ones from 2022, if you look at the bottom band, there's different degrees of those, because they're working from like AWS VMs, right? So like depending on what you're doing, you may not need to spin up an instance that's super like, chunky. So some of those videos don't look super smooth, but that's okay, because if you're just working on, tagging the NPCs with audio, you don't need to have an instance that's running crazy high. But the one where he's actually playing basketball by the house, looks 100% like close to what we're gonna have. It looks so good. If you have the high quality version, I mean, it looks stupid good. I mean, if this game looks like this, dude, we got nothing to worry about. Obviously, if the story sucks and it's super woke, that would suck. But like, let's be honest, we're playing this for the sandbox experience. If this is it, brother, I'm not worried about this at all. Not that I was before. The only thing I'm really worried about is the story being too woke or whatever, right? We don't want a Concord situation. But like the game looks solid enough, the mechanics look solid enough, and I think we'll be fine, dude. Even if it sucks ass, the story, the sandbox is going to be so damn good, it won't fucking matter. Yeah, so anyways, that's the first one of him playing basketball. And I think that's an accurate representation of what we're going to see, and possibly better, because this could also be old too, the one I'm looking at, the one of him shooting hoops. I mean, the detail on the house is stupid good. And then we've got the car. What would you call this? Him driving the car, just ripping tires here, peeling out. This looks more like what we would do the first time we get it. You pop in a car, and you do an e-brake slide into traffic. You just see he gets sideswiped by a delivery truck. There's garbage in the back sliding around. He reacts to the actual shot. The car's suspension's reacting to it. It does look like there's a stamina bar. So I don't think you can spam punching or swinging, which is pretty cool. It looks like Red Dead Redemption. Like, you only kind of have what you have on you or around you. He takes this guy's wrench out and beats him to death. Then the cops pull a Yui and come at him. And so they got a description on him because he just, committed crimes. Very Red Dead Redemption, saying like what kind of car you're driving because somebody saw you get in it. But I love the fact that the police are part of the world and then they engage you. They don't just materialize out of nowhere. Vapid, thank you. I was just trying to think of like the real car that's modeled after, but... And even that one, if it's from 2023, that looks like the disciplines and everything's kind of put together better than the 2022 version. And again, I don't see any of the debugging stuff anywhere, so it's hard to tell. And I don't see any of the overlays we see when he's shooting basketball. They're generic overlays, because it's like, like when you're playing a game, it's like, press right trigger to do whatever. It says that, but it's just like a circle, and it's nothing else. Because remember, it's going to be for both of those platforms, Xbox and PlayStation. So that one's pretty close. Although this one, I just saw one up here. The same kind of caliber. The map looks a little different. Does look like there's a stand bar. And you did see an interface as you got close to the trunk. So it'll be kind of like your horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you probably get close and then you can have like a larger weapon that you're pulling out of the back. Fuel system is huge. Yeah, that looks super dope. Here, we'll play the slideshow for a minute so you guys are looking at something kind of new. While I'm digging up something here. Plus, I'm going to check to see if there's anything else that got dropped. And these are hard to get because they are sniping these like crazy, as they should be. I get it, you know, like I'd be pretty pissed if you got a nice little sweetheart deal and the detail I saw when people were doing like the more the inside work on the cars, even in the 2022 version of that leak, looked really good and knowing at what stage it was in. Yeah, and a lot of that stuff from 2022 looked like animation stuff. And like I saw a lot of debug stuff around that, like for the cutscenes, which is good because it's the same type of animation that they use. I forget what the system's called in Red Dead Redemption 2, but like they have a certain set, but then they blend them together, and then the system will build the animation based off of what's happening, so it's more immersive. Just think Red Dead Redemption on steroids. On DRD. First ever for GT. Yeah, you're right, Andy, 100%. And I think, see, Red Dead Redemption, if you haven't played it in a while, like, just know that game's like 7 years old. Play it. It's still really, really good. Like, it looks good. And the systems they have in there are like a lot. It's like a different pace, and it feels good. So I think a lot of those systems will be, from what I've seen right now and from what I saw earlier, and those other leaks, it looks like a lot of that stuff, and the patents, a lot of that stuff is very much Red Dead Redemption 2-esque, if that makes any sense. With extra stuff, obviously. But like, I think the analogy between the horse and your car is a pretty good one, because it's pretty close to that. From what we've seen, again, and if these leaks are real, but I think the two videos are 100% real. The map, I'm a little iffy on. It could be, you know, and it could also be like it's zoomed out so we're not seeing all the detail, because we do know the game is freaking massive. From what we've seen in those leaks, it's freaking massive. Just in those only a Leonidas stuff. Fort Gallahorn. Yeah, and the wildlife looks crazy. And again, the tech and stuff they learned from and used in RDR2, but on steroids. We haven't seen, obviously, I haven't seen any like major footage for like any of the forest stuff in the more northern part of the map, or at least we think it's in the north. But yeah, I mean, just the detail we've seen, I think the screenshots are pretty damn accurate. Like I said, the screenshot that they have for his house doesn't even look like the video I'm looking at, which is crazy. And I know this has been degraded and posted 50 times. It's got that stupid watermark on there that says "Buy my scam coin" or whatever the hell it says, right? Yes. Melee combat very much looks like the Rage engine from RDR2. Yes, 100%. I know they have some more patents on that too, if I'm not mistaken, for this one. And all the stuff I saw for the debug on the 2022 leak was very accurate to that, yes. So this looks like a culmination of all those things. Let's just hope that it's closer to the GTA 5 than the woke expansions that follow it. Yes, Kyle, yes. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Like, I'm rooting for this. I'm a GTA fan, right? Obviously. But I'm trying to be realistic. So for me, my expectations are I'm going to have a lot of fun in the sandbox. I will be a little sad panda if one of the best entertainment titles that has some of the best satire ever has a shitty writing and a shitty storyline. That's gonna suck. But like, we spend the time in the sandbox. When we're done with the game, we're going to be in the sandbox. When we're done with that, we're going to be on the online. That's the sandbox. And the systems around it, and the fact that they make it more like of a simulation is very, very strong. It says this has got some longevity. Hopefully, if it is a bad woke situation for storylines, like you said, the DLC crap, those are corny, and I hope those people aren't writing it. And I did see some stuff online that said Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with the studio earlier. I don't know if they still are, but that is a red flag. That's like if the girl you're getting serious with is like, I'm doing OnlyFans, and you're like, I mean, they're fun, but do you really want to have a relationship with an OF chick? No, you don't. They're like model chicks or pageant girls or OF girls. It's all the same thing, right? They're fun, but don't get serious. Take it for a spin, sure. Red flag, red flag. All right, let me bring this up because this is what I'm looking at. Sorry, I try to throw this together because all this stuff kind of happens super quick, and I was like, let's get something out there, boys. We were doing modeling from the actual mapping project earlier. We're mapping the safe house and some buildings that are actually around it in real life. Is this the safe house? No, that's like, is this the safe house? No. Hold on. Again, this is the mapping project. This is not what was posted. And I heard people that just showed the map got struck. So that's the word on the street. Isn't that crazy? That's the real life one right there. Is that nuts? Dude. Florida? Dad? Oh, here we go. This is good. Dang. This looks like it was pulled from the game because I'm seeing like a little bit of the jaggedness, the anti-aliasing stuff here. This is what the beater looks like. It looks more like gray. This is what I wanted to find. In the car video, it looks more like this. The Vapid. And again, you're playing basketball here, and even this doesn't look as clear as the video. So like he's up here, he jumps over the railing or whatever, comes down here, picks up a basketball and starts shooting hoops. It looks like this. And it moves like this. Wait, what the hell? Is that a lizard? It is. Nasty boy. Yeah, I just hope the story isn't too lovey-dovey story. It's still gritty like the past. Yeah, same. I'm glad everybody's kind of on the same page. Like, even if it is that woke DLC expansion writer crap, which is going to be... I hope we meme the shit out of it. Even if it is that, the game's going to be solid enough as a sandbox experience. So that's where I'm setting my expectations to be like, I'm looking forward to that and exploring. And it will just be a nice surprise if the story is solid, right? I hope it is. And I'm not saying it to be a negative, Nancy. I love GTA. I think we all do. We grew up with this stuff. Look at this guy's gooch. I love the fact that this here lives on this little band. I was like, oh, we are on that site. Hold on, I got like my map references up. I know you can't see them, but we were doing modeling of in the real life location here. I'm sorry, that this was modeled after. Florida is very much a mix of everything in real life. And I think the game really shows it too. So like I modeled another, which this type of building may very well be in the game. I don't know, but it's like a mix of like a nicer condominium that's like next to that type of house. And you go, oh dang, like, so that's what we've been modeling. Actually, I can probably show you. I don't know if anybody cares, but that's what we're doing over here. This would be a block out. Yeah, an accurate description would be a blockout. Frack. My thing crashed earlier, and I don't have my lab coat on anymore. Boo! Anyways, this type of building is actually right next to that same house that we saw there from the safe house. It's my Temu version, baby. Anyways, back to the website. And I think because the safe house is on this, like, there's a bunch of archipelagos right here, and from what I'm seeing from the video of him just shooting hoops, so we have a better idea of what's around that house. It really, I'm very excited. I was excited before, like really excited, but now I'm like extremely excited. I know some people are like, oh, this game looks like crap. I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, even the one from 2023 looks really good. Even the detail there looks absurd. But the one playing basketball, I think, is going to be the real. That's an accurate representation. And who knows? By the time you guys are seeing these, possibly on all these different websites, these have been re-uploaded and saved a million times. So it does. It's not a lossless format. Each time they do that, it's going to make it look like shit. It says, Stephen John says, GTA6 gameplay leaked again? Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about what leaked or whatever, I can try to give you a play-by-play. Obviously, I can't show anything. And we will be doing a watch party on the 27th. Again, if you're going to get Netflix and you're thinking about it, okay, maybe this is the thing that pushes you over, but don't get Netflix to watch this. They only have a 6-hour exclusive on the 27th, right? So I don't think it's worth buying a Netflix subscription. And I honestly think we're going to see a trailer in the morning, and the extended look is just that, an extended look, more stuff at 3 p.m. I mean, the wording says extended look of what, right? I think in the morning we're going to see a trailer, and I think we're going to see a lot more at 3 p.m. and then for the rest of the world 9 p.m. Anyways, starting at 3 p.m. even before that, we're going to be doing a watch party. We'll be describing what's happening. We can't show anything because they're going to strike us down, but when it's done, we'll start sharing screenshots and everything else that we can share. I was paying attention to all the newly updated car models and the leaks, and it looks amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because these keep getting knocked down left and right. It is nice to see these versions. They're definitely better than the early leaked versions of all those development builds because we're not seeing all the debug stuff. We're seeing more interface. All the different disciplines looks like they're merged together. It looks very close. Because even in those early dev versions, we had these like these controller clusters you would see in the corners that would show like the analog stick and the buttons and like what was being pressed. Debug type stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to see a trailer on the 27th in the morning, and I think we see a big fatty at 3 p.m/9 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm calling it now. And you ready for this? You ready for another one? I'm going to throw this out there too. Ready? I think they're also going to do some type of show or movie deal. Maybe this year, maybe next year, whatever. But like with the success of other games franchises kind of going to different streamers, I think they got into bed and said, hey, Netflix, what's up? What that booty do? And then Rockstar's like, walk it, talk it. Walk it, talk it, walk it. Yeah. And it did sound like they were awfully chummy. If you listen to the earnings call, they were very. The way he described it, I was like, oh, so you guys got something going on. I don't know what that is, but it looks juicy. Yeah, the car models look fantastic, and even the fact that it took damage when he got sideswiped a little bit was awesome. And I mean, from the trailer too, guys, we've already know there's going to be a level of destruction that looks freaking tight. Let's see. Let's play it here. Is it 2? I think it's 2. Yeah, like pay attention to the. I mean, you see that boot right there, buddy, right there, and then we see that cake. Yeah, sorry, I can't play the audio from this. I'll get struck to oblivion. Oh yeah, when it starts, when he's here in the. Oh, perfect. This is. I mean, we already know this is like captured in game, but like he's walking around like that's the gameplay. It looks like this, and when he starts, he's standing outside on this railing and then walks down and then jumps over, or he jumps. Oh, does he jump over this and then over that? I mean, literally, it looks like this. I don't think any of this is pushed up. I think this is 100%. Yeah, these are cinematics, but you know how GTA is. It plays it in game. Leaked gameplay. It says, "This is how you're gonna react to the trailer." Oh yeah, when it comes out, for sure, for sure. And just seeing the game mechanics that we've seen already, this looks like it's gonna be a ton of fun. Holy crap! There's a part where the car blows up right here, right? There we go. Boom. Way more than what we currently have, right? The fact that the car looks like it deformed a little bit. So yeah, 2 leaked gameplay if you're looking for it that are real, or a high probability of being real. One is a car scene of him in his Vapid, ripping through traffic, getting sideswiped. You see a lot of mechanics there. You actually see gameplay that's closer to what we're going to see. Again, there's a lot of talk about that being 2023. Even still, I think it looks fantastic. Then there's another one of him shooting hoops at the safe house. That is probably very close to what we're going to get. That one is a solid 30 or higher. Hard to tell with the compression and all that stuff in the video. Plus, mine's probably been saved 50 times at least. But like that looks really good. You're seeing more of the interfaces that you would see for interacting with things in the environment. You're not seeing all the debug crap. It's sanitized though. Like it definitely looks like it's a AWS VM because you're not seeing the PlayStation markers or the Xbox markers for those buttons, the button clusters, right? It's very like, here's a circle and that's it. It's like it's just denoting there's a button. Yeah, no, it's Andy says they're definitely real. They're getting nuked left and right. Yeah, I mean, they're literally sniping everything out. It was some stuff's only been up for 20 minutes, some stuff's been up for an hour, and they're all getting struck into oblivion. All right, let me bring this part up here. Again, this map is the mapping project. This is not what they put up. I don't know if the map that they shared, it's the same kind of kooky scam coin there. There's like a watermark, and they're like trying to make a point of something. The people that leaked it or whatever. They did say that they kind of wanted their demands met and that they were going to leak more, which is crazy. What was yeah? So like even seeing him playing basketball there at the safe house. I know I've been saying this left and right, but it's true. This doesn't even do it justice. This looks really good, right? You're like, oh damn, that looks good. It looks cleaner than this. And then that one snapshot we saw inside the house looking out, and how detailed that was. That's the game, dude. And when he's playing basketball here, it's a solid 30 or higher. In crazy detail. That's what I mean. I'm literally holding it up, looking at it, going, "Yep, there's definitely a lot more." It's 100% the building, and it's not AI for sure. Well, we already know it's been struck down or claimed left and right by Rockstar, but you would lose cohesion so fast in something this long. Very consistent, no artifacts whatsoever. The only really weird thing we see is that guy's goofy watermark that's all over the place. Which, by the way, check this out. The guy's website has already been taken down. His website got freaking nuked. Zelnick's like, he's like, take the shot. And just took it out. That's crazy. He called in some favors. His ISP is, or not his ISP, but his web provider is, not web provider, what are you saying? This domain got nuked. That's crazy. Within hours. I've heard of some crazy stuff. This is like some Fed stuff. His Vapid, what was it called? I always forget what the car is. Yeah, but it looks so cool. So like the fact that this is gonna be your trunk for your like your goodies. Nice. And the water looks this amazing, dude. I'm trying to see if I can find some more details here for you. Here, I'll let the other thing play here for a second. Yeah, I know some people are just like, oh, it's not going to be 60 frames. I'm like, relax there, Shroud. Jeez. Relax there, MLG. Virgin 92. Dude, you would play the shit out of it. I'm looking at this now, watching the playback, and he's picking up the basketball. You would play the shit out of this. This is what we've all been looking for, man. Throw, aim, shoots the ball, little ball shows up. Take the shot, homie. I would like, if we're like waiting for something, or we're starting the stream, I would play this little mini game right here, no doubt. And how many more things in this world, because it's so detailed, can you just do like this? Well, judging by how long it's taken, I'd say a lot. Oh, and you can see his little house icon. So you definitely, that is his safe house. We already know that, but let me bring this up. I even took my glasses off for this, fellas. Yeah, dude, the detail back here is silly. It's just so cool to finally see the back side of this, because we've only seen this front angle here. Dude, the neighbor's house is ridiculous. The house across the street is ridiculous. I see the boat. We already kind of know that from another one. There's like another beater car here, but there's like an older boat. But if you look at this location, I think we're going to be introduced to water pretty early. I mean, it's pretty much, the trailers are pretty much pointing towards that. I mean, look at this. If this is your starting location here, right? This is your original safe house. You got all of this down here in the Keys. But like, there's all these little islands. We do know the water is stupid detailed above and underwater. And judging by the physics I saw of the basketball hitting the water, this is going to be dope. And we see a kayak in the beginning, right? Part of our safe house. Heck, they're even showcasing it here. We're going to be in the water pretty quick. And I think we'll be flying pretty quick, too. That's just kind of my hunch. Dude, I just noticed all the detail under this freaking house. What? Yeah, like there's all this crazy like beam detail under here, too. It's cool to see the back of this house. I know, we've just been staring at this stuff for months and months. Hell, years. So, okay, it looks like there's another house here on the right, and there's like a little... There's like a whole bunch of houses over here on the right-hand side. And there's like a little inlet there for like for you to drop your boat in. Oh my goodness, I just noticed this. There's a jet ski going in the background in this video too. What? I don't know how I missed that before. Now I'm seeing boats back there. What? Dude, this game's gonna be so good. It says this is clickbait. There's no leaked gameplay of GTA 6 other than the beta test months or a year ago. Incorrect. 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 Kusama, do you need a hug? Do you need a big hug? I realized this guy was so salty. A saltine. No, 100%. And the stuff from earlier, even if it is 2003, I'm sorry, 2023. Jeez, what am I saying? If that one is true, it's still one we haven't seen it. It was an improvement from the 2022 one. So, still. You know what's crazy? I wonder where that's at, actually. I wonder if these boys updated this. Hold on. My guess is it would be up in this stretch. Oh yeah, this is like the burglary stuff happened over here. Oh yeah. Again, this is the mapping project here. GTA 5's map. Here's what it looks like on top of this. Again, red zones are undetermined. What are you? Red Dead Redemption. There's its map here. Get a real sense of how big that is. That's a big game. If you haven't played Red Dead Redemption all the way through, Red Dead 2, sorry, give it a shot. It's so good. It looks really good even today. And that game's 7 years old and came out on the console before this. The ambulance in the league says fast past EMS. I saw that. You could just tell it's like the real thing just by the chaos they've crafted with it, because the guy driving by, I can't have it up obviously because I can't leak the audio, but the shit he says in the car as he goes by is hilarious. And then the one guy just blasting tunes, just rolling by too. You're like, dude, this is it. Yeah, it's so cool to like kind of see what's like past this crest kayak area here. It's literally there's a boat drop right there. You can see it just past there. Let me see if I can I pop that out? Maybe. Maybe. Leonida. I'm excited to see this one in game. This thing looks crazy. Yeah, here you go. That's from an in-game Vice Beach. And then this one here, that's like, if you look that up on whatever mapping application you have on your phone, this place looks like it's full of crazy rich people. And even these, there's like 3 slices up here on the top. And these are worth like multiple millions of dollars a piece. It looks like they do crazy builds or something on top of this too. And there's like a whole yacht garage down here in real life. And I just love that they're like, yeah, we're doing that here. So is it now playable or just pics? This is the mapping project here. We can't show any of the actual leaks. But I can describe what's going on. One of them's him playing basketball here at his house, his safe house. And this looks like a really good picture, right? The video I'm looking at that's been compressed a million times over looks better than this picture. And it's playing at a clean 30, maybe more. I don't know. A solid 30 at least. Not like dipping, just straight 30. It looks fantastic. If this is what the game is, I'm like very confident that the one of him playing basketball and it looking very clean is very close to what we're going to be getting. I mean, we're going to find out in like 9 days, right? I don't think they're stretching it or exaggerating. That is the game. And this looks more like what we're going to actually get. Yeah, and then the wall, okay, so like the ball bounces over here by the Dinka text here and then rolls into the water. The fact that you can just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go do that. There's all this crap on his deck too. Looks like it'll be a lot more involved for like running around and stuff. We're so used to just punching somebody in the face and getting in the car, right? This looks like it's close to your homestead too. It really does. Man, I wish I could show the other stuff. Like I said, we'll be able to confirm a lot of this here coming up. You heard it here first, man. I think the basketball one is very close to what we're going to get. I bet the stuff we see in the reveal or the trailer that's going to happen earlier on in the day on the 27th is going to be very close to the actual quality level. I think the one of him driving around the car that's supposedly from 2023 is really good. The density of the NPCs, cars, foliage is very high. The detail on the groundwork, ground clutter, decals, I mean, everything is super crispy. The guy that comes out of his car that he sideswipes you with, yeah, the side of the car is dented badly. He hits this guy with a wrench, punches him, takes his wrench, and then beats him senseless. And then the cops go, oh, no, no. You can see the sign that says Highway 97, Vice City. There's a helicopter. You can see like Vice City in the distance. Dude, the detail is insane. I'm looking way back on. I can see the car. I can see the cop pulling a Yui coming through the traffic signal. It's by the fire station. Fast past the EMS is funny, dude. That is funny. The cars look so good. Damn. I like the one of him in the car because it really shows. This person clearly was like, I'm getting in here and just, what can we do? Right into traffic. Boom. Clipped. The stuff in the back of his car is rolling around. Whatever that scam coin is. I think that was another thing that got put on top. So clearly this has been saved and saved again at least. And this looks good. Even if this was just the game, this looks really good. It does look like there's detail, maybe reputation. You have negative devil points, so kind of like Red Dead, like good and bad stuff. There's a description on the car when you pull away after you just beat a man senseless. I like the detail in the car. And you can see the actual like cases in the back where you would store weapons. It does look like it's got a lock on the back, like just like a real like gun box you would have in the back. I mean, dude, I can see where the time went and where the money went. I'm excited. Very much excited. I think this image here is a better representation of what we're looking at. Boom! I love the real life. It's very close to this. There's another one. I mean, doesn't that look beautiful? This is their stuff. This is Rockstar stuff. The game freaking looks like this. At a clean 30. From what I'm looking at. You know, people that are like, they have to be trolling a rage bait. We're like, this looks like crap. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Let me go look at the, let me go see if there's anything else that leaked. They did threaten that they're going to drop more stuff. Let's give it a shot, boys. Somebody saying we haven't been able to play basketball in GTA since San Andreas. San Andreas was a great game, dude. The story was great. The board was great. I mean, I know it's probably pretty dated now, but... Oh, there you go. Somebody in Reddit said the same thing I did. So the basketball clip recently, 2025 to 2026, based on updated safe house. I could say just by like the different disciplines. It says rumor, removed by moderator. These must be real. Hold on. Did we just get something else? The people are showing their claims. Yeah, it's real. Claim it's Take-Two Interactive. Woo! Dude, people are getting hammered. Says gameplay has been leaked online by somebody reportedly protesting Rockstar's decision to launch the game without physical discs. And it says they'll keep doing it, apparently. And people are like, here's both videos. And then 20 minutes later, they're like, taken down by Take-Two Interactive. You're like, yeah, no shit. I mean, that's all I'm seeing now, and stuff I was looking at earlier has already been struck. They clearly have their whole team. Well, not their development team, but you know what I mean. Like, there's a whole team dedicated to this kind of stuff. 100%, it's real. Dude, I like the 2023 one. I don't think that's bad at all. I don't believe those leaks are authentic. He says, first of all because there are mistakes that the advanced stage of play, Rockstar couldn't afford such as terrible animations of the ball. Alright, it's gonna be a simulated one. It's not gonna be an animation. I think that one's the realest one. I think that's gonna be so close to what we're actually gonna have. You're telling me the one that looks like this. He catches the ball roughly at the moment when he clips into his torso. He says, you're just showing pictures, LOL. I mean, I have to. I literally have to. I'm telling you what's on there, and I can confirm what's on there. Da-da-da-da. Trying to see what else we can. I see some of these guys in the background too. On the I think there's one of these guys way in the back, and the him playing basketball. You can see it just under where the hoop is at. This guy's coming in hot, buddy. Do you need a hug? It's okay. It's okay, dude. You'll be all right. You'll make it. Well, I mean, I guess you'll know in 9 days, brother. Yeah, I think the two videos are real. The map, I don't know. That's up for debate. The him in the Vapid, it might be older. There's metadata saying that's 2023, but I still think that looks great. The one hit of him playing basketball is definitely a lot closer. It looks very good. Catches the ball roughly at the moment when he clips into his torso. That could very easily be tweaks of the animations. If you saw the 2022 stuff, there's animation graphs on the right-hand side of the screen that are really dialing in that system. It's the same one that, what was it called? The Rage? Isn't it like the Rage system or something that RDR2 did? Okay, skater. Guy's angry. The fact that the leaks are being taken down so fast says it all. Yeah. I mean, even before I saw them getting absolutely sniped out of their minds. I mean, you know what it looks like. The AI stuff is a dead giveaway when it's around 15 to 30 seconds, but no longer, or 5 or 6 seconds or 10 seconds, and then the cohesion of stuff just falls off after like 10 seconds or 5 seconds. It's pretty easy to find. Or you look for those jumps around those moments. These are like a solid minute. There's no like destabilization whatsoever. The stuff that it would normally have a hard time tracking or reproducing consistently past 6 seconds, I don't see. I think they're 100% real. The map, I don't know. It could very well be real and it's just zoomed back, sure. But yeah, these are just way too close. Now I've seen all the other AI stuff that people have generated and stuff, but if you notice, it's always 10 seconds or less. It's possible there. Yes, it's possible there are videos of the game in the beta phase. Yes, the basketball one, as far as what we've seen up to this point, is the closest one I've seen to like what we're gonna experience. It's pretty damn close. And I do see like in the corner and stuff, like where you'd see the different like buttons and stuff. It's very generic. Maybe they haven't done all the localization yet. Maybe that's why they didn't put it in there. So that would also say, yeah, it's maybe like a year out from like last year, maybe. around this time, possibly. But I mean, everything kind of tracks with like how they kind of heap everything in, and then you tighten up all the different problems, and then you start to polish things and then you find all these crazy bugs when you put all these different disciplines together. I mean, the 2022 was the clash of animation being put in on top of the NPCs, on top of the skinning, on top of, and all these different systems interacting with each other. That's what I saw a lot of. That's what a lot of the debug stuff looked like it was from, and whatever team that he got the slack from, or all these videos came from, or at least that was the team that was working on it. That's what it was primarily focused on. There's multiple stages to this, and there's a lot of people that go into making this game, a lot of teams, a lot of technology, and yeah, so it makes sense why this takes forever. But seeing the detail of him playing basketball, you go, dude. Okay, yeah. This right here is right next when he's playing basketball. There's like a jet ski down here in the corner. Hell yeah, dude. I don't think we saw this house in that. Yeah, we didn't see anything like that. That's crazy that somebody identified what that is. I'm like, dude, you're the best. There's so much detail right here. And again, this is the mapping project. Things in red are speculative. The brighter they get, the more speculation, or they don't know. Things that are in white are very clear, have been confirmed via screenshots/videos that have been publicly released. I mean, the fact that we've been through all these like roads and stuff through like the trailers, a lot of this has been mapped out, and this is very big. I'm trying to find a particular building up here. I want to say it's down here, maybe. This guy. It's like a condo up there. Hell yeah, dude. Especially nice. The actual fake AI stuff is still up, but these are taken down. It says it's definitely real. Yeah, that too. The one thing I'm still kind of shocked by is they did the pre-orders with no gameplay footage. And I really do think that this whole setup here, they're gonna do, because it's very like an extended look of what, right? I think we see a trailer of whatever it looks like early in the day at the normal post time, 9 a.m., 8 a.m. Eastern. I think at 3 p.m. the Netflix thing starts, the extended look. I mean, if we get 20 more extra minutes of footage of anything, dude, of course my nipples are hard. Of course I want to see that. And then the exclusivity drops at 9 p.m. Eastern, so we all get to see it the same day. Yeah, it's weird, but it's not that weird if they end up making a show with Netflix down the road, right? A show, a movie, whatever the hell they're doing. See, Zelnick during the earnings call was hinting towards A, they definitely buddy, and B, they're going to be doing something together. And I'm like, well, what could that be? You know? And I think they will tease that as well. If they have a future collaboration that they're going to be working with, I think it comes out. It may be big, maybe a little hint in the extended look. Yeah, dude, how hot is if they have a 20-minute trailer or a 10-minute trailer on top of something else they're going to do? Or on the off chance that they're completely psychotic and they're like, we're going to do the trailer behind a paywall. Okay, cool. You know what I mean, that sucks, but at least it's only for 6 hours. We'll be doing a watch party here. We can't show anything until the embargo's up, but we can talk about it. So if anything like crazy comes out, we're like, they're going to make a TV show. We can be like, hey, here it is, brother. I can tell you right now, there's 2 videos that are out. There's him driving the Vapid around in traffic. We're seeing damage. We're seeing the NPCs interact with him. Looks great. That's possibly from 2023. The other one of him playing basketball right here looks like this. It's like no joke, crazy good. And yeah, there's a couple glitches here and there, but like if that was like from 2025, we're in a really good place. I think the one of him shooting hoops will be close to what we're actually going to see in like 9 days during the extended look or the trailer or whatever that is. He says no one's saying. Andy says no one's saying that the leaks are in a form a finished gameplay phase, but the leaks are showing off exciting new features, gameplay mechanics, and car models. Yes, thank you. Andy's very very eloquent. Yeah, that's the thing. Like these things go in stages, and there's so much detail in this game. Clearly, um, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. Because okay, look at all this crazy detail. Actually, you know what? Let me bring this up. As you watch this video, it's very easy to kind of forget everything in here, and I mean everything, from the way people move, the lighting, the surfaces, clothing, the modeling, everything. Like these are all separate disciplines. An artist made all of that. Artists, plural, teams of artists, all of it. So the more detail you have, the more people, man hours, technology it takes to pull that off. And you know, boobies. That's pretty cool. There's whole teams of people that just deal with the water. There's whole teams of people that just deal with ground clutter. There's teams of people that deal with the wildlife and the way the wildlife interacts with other things. These are all technical disciplines and artists that make everything in here. It's a lot. You saw me do a simple house and I fumbled around like that for 2 hours. The fuel pump icon shows a refueling mechanic. Yes, that's what's going around the streets. Yeah, and we already saw like the deformation of the side of his car. And we do know a guy who was working on the breakable glass, like it's done in a procedural way. You can see it here on the edge of the frame there on the right. It's going to have its own detail. I mean, hell, if you look at the physics and the detail they have, well, it's a shader. It's actually a very complex shader. It's a very ingenious shader that they have for like the bottles that have the liquid in them, like the bottles, geez, the alcohol, right? It looks really good. There are patents on the stuff they're doing there. That you know what I mean? That right there, when that video starts of him playing basketball, he's standing on this balcony here, walks over here, jumps over the railing, and then drops down by the basketball hoop. And then picks up a basketball and starts shooting hoops. And it looks like oops, sorry, I got all these extra windows. It looks like this. Obviously, it's a different time of day, but it's that detailed. It's crazy good. And he jumps over that balcony right here. Either I think it's like right here or right here. Knocks over a bunch of stuff, goes blip, and then finds a basketball and starts shooting hoops. Then eventually, because he's bad, you bad kid, shoots it, and then it rolls down this little, you can barely see it, right past the word sun. You can see it's kind of faded here. It rolls out here and into the water, and as it hits the water is deformed just like real water does. And it looks fantastic. It looks different than the water that's out in the bay here. Or I'm assuming it's a bay. And this image here, which does look great, fantastic, the video is more detailed than this. And it's just a video that's been recompressed like a million times already. That's what I'm looking at. And I gotta tell you, they gotta be real. Because like Andy was saying, they're getting struck left and right. I mean, even before they're getting struck, I was like, dude, these are real. It looks good. It looks real good. The map we're not sure of. It's kind of close to this, to be honest, but it's zoomed back, so it's kind of hard to tell the scale and the detail, because you don't really see the tiny detail in here at all. You just kind of go, oh, it's like a weird chode shape. As you go in, there's tons and tons of detail on this map. So there's some similarities to it. If it is real, then these red areas, which they say they don't know or there's speculation, then that map would fill this in, and it's just more stuff for us to do, you know? So either way you cut this, it's good. The only thing I'm really kind of just a little nervous about is hopefully it's not the same writers that did the DLC woke crap. You know, it's like, you be who you want to be. They just seem like somebody who would just like fart in their face. You know what I mean? Chip their lunch over, just like, bitch. Just flip the tray on them. And let's not forget the leak that happened confirmed from the guy's son or son's friend, whoever, that looked over here and kind of panned around and looked at the city. That detail matches very closely with him shooting hoops. Let's not forget that either. Now, his instance that was running looked like potatoes, but most likely his version was older, sure, but also probably an AWS instance that's not as beefy because maybe he was just tagging something. He doesn't necessarily have to QA or run around in cars. Remember, there's teams to troubleshoot all of this stuff. And you spin up different AWS instances, virtual machines that have various degrees of hardware associated with them. And we saw that in the 2022 leaks. They all look like NVIDIA instances, but I suppose they could be... that map right there is the mapping project of the Leonida, or State of Leonida. Everything that's in white-ish or clear, it would be an accurate representation, and these guys are really good. They've got it down based off of screenshots and videos officially released. And also stuff that's in yellow are things from leaks. They don't show that, but there is a lot of... is this like the... No, there's like another stretch where there's like a... So they hold up like a Waffle House in one of the leaks from 2022. OMG, it looks like every store can be visited. Here's the other thing too. Yeah, with the tech that they have going on, I don't think every location will be, but I think a lot of them will have indoor access, and there's a lot of space to be had here. For sure. How do they map this? Oh, from the back. Okay, okay. What? You see what I mean? You can have these hoity-toity places. Well, this is in Miami, I guess. But like even in like crustier places in Florida, you'll see these really rich condos, and you'll see these dumpy locations like your safe house. It's such a hodgepodge of everything. Although Miami is predominantly like super rich, super fake kind of thing in real life. We need the gameplay. Brother, if I did that, I would get struck immediately. Everybody who's posted that is getting a strike from Take-Two Interactive. Sometimes minutes. I think the longest I've seen one be up is not even 2 hours. Everything I've seen prior has been struck into oblivion. So the best we can do is describe it and confirm what we do know and hook things up that we do know. Nice try, though. If you're trying to get me tanked, nice try. No, they're 100% real, dude. The question is, at what state of development were these captured? I think the basketball one is very close, and I think the car moving around is still looks really good. But maybe a little bit earlier, sure. Let's not forget the guy that did the first hacks. So there's a lot more videos and even like the game itself on the loose. So yeah, who really knows? State of Leonida. Now the map that's floating around that supposedly is a leak. It does fit a lot of this here. A lot of the places we already know. But it does kind of fill out more of this location here, which actually makes the map even bigger. So that's cool. I mean, that's great. Pretty much this whole stretch here has been. I can't even tell you where to find it, dude. I would get struck. Take-Two Interactive is new. I mean, we're talking on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit. They're getting rinsed everywhere. Facebook. Everything that I saw earlier is definitely. I don't think anything is working. Now you'll have to find something new again because somebody's going to be dumb enough to post it and get their channel obliterated for it. But hopefully we get a map instead of a crappy code in a case. Yeah, Joe. Yes, it would be nice to like. Granted, I get both sides of it, but it would be nice to have an option of a physical disc because this is the type of game you would either buy it and keep it, because you're like, cool, it just would be nice to have, or get like the more showcase piece where like you're paying more for it, but it's still a physical disc. I haven't bought a physical disc in a very long time, but this would be a time where I would. The fact that they took the option away is crazy. It's like, why wouldn't you want to make more money? Just press the disc. I get it where you're like, most of your business is like 90% digital. Okay, but like, do you want to make more money? I know you do. Okay, here's another good example. If the campaign Evolved was actually any good, I would have bought that disc. I have a Halo 2 limited edition tin still in the foil. I won in a tournament. And those are like good now because you could technically play that game. It's been preserved because 343 or Halo Studios, whatever they call it now, is just pooped all over it. So yeah, it's kind of like a big deal. It would be nice to have this like preserved in that way. And this is a type of title I would do that with. A code in a box is a kick in the nuts, though, don't you think? Do you see the leak from which one? Can you kind of describe it? Was it him shooting hoops, or him in the street ripping through traffic, and then getting sideswiped? Try to give you some visuals as we go through again. It's the beater version of this. A slightly more gray version of this. This image pretty much encompasses, that's the real life one. Is that crazy? I love it. It's very close to this. It's more of like a gunmetal gray color, but it's definitely this tier of vapid. Rusty, crusty. And there's all this stuff in the back just rolling around. Basketball and a car leak. Oh, yes, I've saw this. The basketball one's real, and so is the car one. I can confirm that just knowing what AI looks like. This is bro. Gameplay so bad. Hopefully we can buy property. I'm sure. Yeah, like I got an early snippet of that stuff, and I'm sure it's been reposted so many times still. The one of him in the car getting sideswiped, the time code, the metacode, or the metadata time code in there is 2023. I still think it looks great. Detail is awesome. I mean, the shadows are great too. Look at that. Damn, dude. And then the one him playing basketball is closer to like what we're gonna get. It looks very close to this damn image. Yeah, like it's even more detail. I'm looking on the back porch here, and I'm seeing crazy detail on this. Yeah, like this doesn't even do it justice, dog. There's all this stuff on the porch. This isn't just like a dressed up still. This is from the game, dude. And he's just shooting hoops on the back here. That's a solid 30 at least. Even with compression and stuff. Yeah, solid 30. I don't think it's 60. Unless the video was capped like that, but it still would be a bit smoother. And you can see in the basketball one, as you're shooting hoops, you can see through here, there's a jet ski that goes from left to right. And there's like a boat in the back. It looks like your Skankville. What is it called? The Schizo? The Schizo? The Shih Tzu. The Shih Tzu. The Schizo? Yeah, anybody that's posted this anywhere, you kind of have to just keep looking around for it because it keeps getting struck by Take-Two Interactive. You know, Dad. Well, you gotta understand that's like development stuff. We're gonna know in 9 days. You don't think the basketball one's good? If you took the level and quality of the basketball one, if that's where it's at, and then you added the gameplay from him getting sideswiped, you saying that's not good? Also, the video you're watching is very heavily compressed. Does it look like it's been saved on top of a save, on top of a save, on top of a save, on top of a save? You sure that's in 2023? It might be. I think that one looks fantastic. If that's the case, dude, we got nothing to worry about. I thought the car one was 2023 because the other one looks closer to 2025 or 2024. Animation and movement? Yeah, but that's just tweaks on the animation graph. Because remember, it's the Rage engine. It's is that what's on RDR2? They just gotta tweak the systems to interact better. It's like GTA 5. The animation? I think it looks good. I'm very excited for it. I was excited before, but now I'm very excited. They said it. Who said it? The jet ski leak? It's the one where he was playing basketball. I got it pretty early. So my resolution on this is pretty high. It's even before that crypto scam watermark was on there. Brother, it's looking real good. Because, you know, these freaking douchebags are getting a hold of it, reposting it. Like the one guy's website to be like, I have a manifesto is on there, sure. You know, but also Take-Two Interactive nuked the domain of all of these already. You can't even get to it. Did Rockstar come out and say these are all 2023? I mean, brother, if that's the case, we are good. Finish, skip school, and have that school. Yeah, if you're in school, college, work, I've already got 18, 19, 20 off for worky poo. We're going deep. I mean, hell, we're going deep on the 27th. The Shih Tzu. I'm ready to say, too, I've said this at the top and throughout the video, or live stream, rather. Remember, this is an extended look. I think the video, the trailer, is dropping on the 27th in the morning. 8 or 9 a.m., typically when they do those kind of posts. Or noon, who knows? And I think at 3 p.m., the extended look happens on Netflix. The exclusivity is for 6 hours. It happens on YouTube and everywhere else 6 hours after that, 9 p.m. Eastern. I think this is going to be a tidal wave. Or in the off chance they did lock this behind a paywall, which is still fucking crazy. But maybe they did. But an extended look, like an extended look of what? We've done the extended looks, all right? We're the content creators. We've done that. We will do that. I think it's a trailer, and I think they hint towards them doing a show. Whatever that looks like in the future. Because they are really chummy with Netflix. Someone got their nib jibbed, and they're real happy about it. That would make a lot of sense. And them not saying something really gets to everybody talking. Yeah, but a lot of these locations and stuff now that I've seen all the leaks so far. The ones that are actual leaks. I've seen the AI stuff too, but like it's pretty easy to pick out. AI stuff is for anywhere between 5 and 30 seconds, and they will get levels of incoherent or break apart as time goes on. If you have something that's a minute longer and you're looking at the text and other fine details that stay consistent, it's probably real. At least as it stands now. That may change in the future. Most likely it will. But those are the big holes that you can very easily spot. They look really good, sure. But if you pay attention to the details, it starts to fall apart pretty quickly. No, those the two videos are real. And plus, like as Andy said, they're getting struck by Take-Two Interactive. The AI stuff is not. I think this day will be a global holiday. I hope so. Wouldn't that be sweet? I think it's super legit, like businesses and stuff that are like, hey guys, we already know our business is going to be a ghost town. You guys just take the time off. It says, for me, it doesn't look good. Yeah, but these are like development stuff. You gotta understand, depending on what team's got it and at what time frame, it's gonna look different. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna have a huge jump. Now, if you had the 2022 one, those were like you didn't have all the pieces in the pile yet and like dressed up. So that was like, see, people that go that and go, man, the game's not good. I was like, hey, you don't understand like how many different stages this goes in. You saw the basketball one at a high res, and you don't think that looks good? I mean that sucks, you know. But I mean, we're gonna know in 9 days. There'll be no questioning what that's all about because it'll be on the official channels and stuff. And hopefully, the highest resolution that they can give us. I think they're gonna have some pretty cool stuff in the extended look, and I think they're gonna be like, and on Netflix, we're gonna have a show. It would explain why some of the main actors, the voice actors for this, have gotten a little squirrely. It could also just be the super secrecy that they have with all of their voice actors and stuff. I mean, these are the main characters, like Lucia or whatever. She's acting like a kook. I love it. Not a kook, but you know, she's probably like, well, let's just kind of wait and see how this plays out. Is that Stavros? Anybody see the Tires season 3? It was really good. No spoilers. I thought it was really good. The episode Women's Business. Hilarious. Okay, nice. I'm betting all Steam and PS3 servers gonna crash. It says that's why we need a box hobby. I mean, you're not wrong. Well, it's really just what do they call it? Entitlements that come through. Those are the only things that really need to be verified for this copy. But even still, that's a short communication and a handshake that happens digitally. But there will be so many people, I think it will cause issues, yes. The keys, man. It's like not the keys, but it is the keys. I freaking love it. I didn't live in the keys. I visited the keys a handful of times. It's just, yeah, you get like flashbacks and like you can like almost smell the ocean a little bit. If you've been down there, you're like, oh yeah. I bet you anything too. If you get down there, I've said this before. The ocean color changes in the keys in real life. Wait, can we find Jason's house from here? Oh yeah, it's like right here, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, dude. It is. Right? I don't even think to look for that before. Yeah, I think it's like right here. I could be wrong. No, maybe not. No, this is that's Miami, right? So it hooks back right. Yeah, that's probably like right here. Your safe house is probably right there. Let's take a look, shall we? I love that they found the actual real life one. I know I said that before, but damn, that's close. Yep, this little configuration here. So that screenshot's over here, isn't it? Man, am I good? Yeah, so that cluster is where you're at. And that's just, dude, that's just the sliver right here, dog. Come on. What are we talking about? Right? What are we talking about? People are like, the map's small. Okay. If director mode is a thing, it causes a massacre. Here's the other thing, too. And again, this could very well change because this was a very early dev and a lot of debug stuff on the screen. But I did see an official, this is before AI was like up our asses and stuff. Those leaks that happened in 2022, there's a definite screen that talks about the director mode, creator mode. Now, that could be for the online, that could be for something else, but there was definitely a menu item that said that. Now, they could have scrapped it. It could be amazing. It could be exactly like it is in the GTA 5. I have no idea, but I did see that specifically, and I was like, ooh. And maybe we unlock it after we beat the game kind of thing. Because if you could just go in behind everything, that would kind of ruin the story. Hell yeah, dude. See what I mean? Looking all fancy and stuff, and then you see like a beater house down the road. Because this is, I mean, this is so much money out here. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I love it. Yeah, buddy. Yes, this is the mapping project. We're not going to show any of the leak stuff. We can't. I kind of like having a YouTube channel and talking to everybody and making videos. I don't want that. We worked very hard on this. There's a Ferris wheel. Boom. Bummerclat. The industrial district is like right there in those islands. You feel like the out of map zone will probably be the same as GTA? Oh, it could be, yeah. Could definitely be that way, yeah. Well, and even the map that they showed in the leak, it is still all these things maybe smushed, and there's like more stuff happening out here. So, and I think they do a hybrid of Georgia up here because there's a lot of that the car guy, like that one's safe house or gang or whatever, definitely has like Georgia influences, Atlanta influences. So this region up here, or maybe in here, I don't know, could very well be that like hybrid zone where it's like, hey, this is like our version of Georgia or Atlanta. But again, the real Florida, that would be up by the Panhandle. If the map leak is real, it does look bigger. It may look sparse in the leak because it's zoomed back and you don't see the detail, but we were just looking at the postcard and we're just looking at this strip down here, okay? Just this. Does this look like it's weak to you? That's your starter zone, dude. work your way up here. We don't know what's in here again. This is all speculation. A lot of this we don't know. Dude, what? Who made this? What a hero. There's all this stuff we have not seen anything about. And then there's a few places we have seen over here. Boom. We're good to go. Uncle Jack's Valley. Yep, so if you're just joining us, there's 2 videos that are out in the loose at various stages, but I still think they have higher polish than the stuff we've seen previously. If we were to rank them as probably more polished than the other, I would say the basketball one is the most polished that we've seen so far as leaks. The other one is going to be the second video that leaked, which is Jason in his vapid whipping through traffic getting sideswiped, and we see a lot of game mechanics. They still look really good. I think the basketball one is very close to what we're going to be getting. That's my opinion. We'll find out in a few days. But the detail I've even seen in the videos looks really good. Which is crazy, because I expected some level of degradation, but yeah, it looks insane. We can't show them. They are 100,000% getting struck by Take-Two Interactive very quickly on all platforms. So we don't dare show any of that. People are showing their screenshots of getting struck by Take-Two Interactive across a lot of different platforms. So not that we were ever going to show it or doubted it, but it's funny to see the official. I mean, it's not funny for them. Their shit just got rinsed. This is still happening on the 27th. I don't think there's going to be any type of delay. Again, I know I'm reiterating this, but some people got a lot of new people coming in and out. 27th is confirmed, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a Netflix only exclusive for 6 hours. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is on everything. Notice it says an extended look, not a trailer, an extended look. I'm saying, this is me, I think the real trailer happens in the morning, anywhere between 8 a.m. to noon. And I think the extended look is just that. Hey, dude, if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of stuff we are dying to see, yeah, I'm going to watch the shit out of that. Yeah, I'm going to be excited about it. Should you get a Netflix account to do this? No. It's going to be out on the internet for 6 hours, or in 6 hours. We're going to have a watch party. We'll be talking about it only in the live stream. So if you guys do have questions and don't have Netflix, we got your back. We'll tell you if anything cool is happening. I think either they subtly or greatly hint that they're going to be doing a series, like a show. That's also me, in my opinion, because Zelnick seemed pretty goosed up about, he's like, me and Netflix, we're making out in the backseat of a Buick. It just, the corporate speak just reeked of it. Seems like Rick Ross. I think it is modeled after him. You right? Joe, you right? I think the 2 videos are 100% real. Two things saying that. Take-Two Interactive is destroying them, like, still now. And AI videos usually will start to get, mostly will start to get weird after 10 seconds. Anything after 30 seconds that stays consistent, it doesn't have like a screen cut or jump. You know what I mean? And they can't show anything past 30 seconds or 15 seconds. That's a pretty big red flag. And there's a lot of AI junk out there for sure. But these are 100% real. Or somebody made such a good facsimile that Take-Two Interactive goes, nope, that's us. They could be at varying stages of development. But even this here doesn't do it justice. The one I'm looking at currently, because I did manage to grab a couple cookies from the jar. Holding this up. I think it looks very good. If this is the game that ships, I don't think anyone's going to be upset about this. Oh yeah, it does show an icon. Like you have $1,643 in your house. It looks like you have $39 on your person. So maybe laundering money is going to be more of like a real thing. Because before it was like stick it in this invisible thing that goes into the nowhere land, and then your money's in the bank. I think you're going to have to fence it. Playing basketball. RDR2's animation, the Rage engine is most likely. I think it's been confirmed that it's in here. Okay, I see what he means by the basketball cutting through. But that's so easily fixed. That's not a big deal. Remember, you're thinking of more like animations that are more rigid. Animations before had to be like tweaked, but this is like a system that builds animations and then it has chunks of animations, and then based off what the player or character is doing, it will build the animation off these other segments to create something new and then blend them. So it's very, it can go along with the simulation because there's going to be so many different things they can do. So they don't have to model 1,000 different reactions to something for each player or for each NPC. They can create these sets of patterns. And then the Rage engine, if it's anything like RDR2, which is beautiful, by the way, if you haven't played it recently, still a damn masterpiece. And it's 7 years old. Yeah, the Rage engine, that's what we're seeing there. We're just seeing like the animations misfire a little bit, like they're off kilter a little bit. But it's really not bad. Somebody made a comment that the animation was whatever. And as I'm watching this, I did see a jet ski go from left to right, and then it looks like a Shih Tzu in the back as he's shooting hoops here by the letter S. And then when he's shooting hoops and it bounces off the hoop, it kind of bounces here and then rolls into the water. And the water looks immaculate. And this kayak here looks like it's chilling next to... I don't know if it's that exact kayak though. What's up, a brick? And there's a jet ski sitting right by this ramp that goes down. And yeah, when he's standing in the balcony over here and looking out, you can see more of the water out there and more of the keys. I mean, if this is what's shipped, I'm not mad about it at all. Says Jade, did you watch a video called "This Is Why GTA Will Suck"? I have. It has a lot of good points. It does, and honestly, I'm the most scared about that. Here's the thing: the technology looks solid. So the sandbox portion of this, right? It's looking better and better. Because remember, we saw the 2022 stuff, so there's a lot of things that weren't like put together yet. It's still very rough. And now that we're seeing stuff like, I'm going to say the one of him shooting hoops here is probably going to be the closest thing to like what's going to ship, is my guess. If the sandbox plays the way we think it does, and so far it's checking out that way, and it looks like that, I think we'll be in a good place. Will I be sad if the story sucks? Yes. Because, dude, they have the best story, right? And if it's anything like the damn DLC woke crap, I will be sad panda. But I can still have a lot of fun on this because I will be playing the sandbox primarily. So it will suck, but it's not going to affect my long-term fun in this game. I mean, if it sucks, we're gonna rip on it the whole time and make videos. How bad it sucks. Because the one dorky guy who's like, you can be who you want to be. I ran into him for real recently in GTA 5, and I was like, ooh, that is corny. Yeah, and if Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in the storyline, then the story will most likely, like a 95% chance, will be shit. Sweet Baby Inc. is hot fucking garbage. I think they were responsible for that DLC that came out. Or at least a part of it. It's like the opposite of the Midas touch. Whatever they touch turns to hot shit. But, yeah, the sandbox looks solid. The mechanics look solid. A lot more in depth. A lot more simulation based. If you played RDR2 recently, you're going to get a pretty good idea of what direction they're going to go with this. And these new leaks really confirm it for me. But yeah, will I be sad if the story sucks and it's all woke? Yes. I believe Concord version 2.2. That would suck. Yes, bro. Yeah, I'd be mad about it, dude. Take it personal if they fuck up this story and they shit the bed on that. I'll be sad, Panda. What I mean, just him. If you saw the stuff of him in the car, and like the guy's like, "What the fuck?" and he beats him with a wrench. I was like, "That's the GTA we know." And that looks solid. I would, dude. I gotta tell you, this is gonna make my penis soft if they do actually do the full trailer on Netflix. They are making a point to say an extended look, so I really think they're gonna throw a trailer up early, and then this is more gameplay for us to dissect because they know we're going to. I mean, I'm going to, right? We'll be there. We'll be doing the watch party. What's up? Let me take a leak real fast. We'll let this video play in the background. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. We'll talk about it. We'll walk through it. There has been 2 new leaks. Before I take a leak, the first one of Jason in the traffic in his Vapid getting sideswiped says a lot of interesting things that the patents have confirmed. It looks like a lot of fun. What was I gonna say about that? My brain just shut down. Oh yes, the sideswipe one is most likely 2023, and the basketball one is either 2024 or 2025. So obviously the one that's closer to now is going to look really good, and it matches up very closely with the screenshots as far as clarity, and it does look like a solid 30 FPS. I'm not seeing a 60. It might go above 30 a little bit, but again, a lot of that's because we're watching a video and we're at the mercy of where it's compressed and stuff, and this is most likely compressed a lot again. So it's really hard to say, but you can still kind of tell if it goes above or it's in the 60 realm, but it's a solid 30. It's not like sometimes it's 30. It looks like it's like in the high 90s for like 30 or above. Yeah, I think these trailers match up with it pretty nicely. Yeah, like this is very close. Anyways, let me take a leak. Lee, I hope they do. I don't think what they're asking for. We'll talk about it in a second because I'm gonna piss my pants. But like, I think whatever they're asking for is noble. But like, this is not how it's gonna get done. Zonic's not gonna be like, okay, let me just go ahead and do that. Let me just spin up productions of stuff we haven't done. I get it though. I would like a physical copy of this game to like have. But yeah, I hope they do. And somebody, I forget who was watching, they made a pretty good point. They said maybe Rockstar just ignores it, and this is pretty good earned media for them. This is like good, easy cover or exposure. It'd be like Gucci stores you can buy clothes on for IRL money. I don't know about that. Scathe says your server's dead. Fix it. Are you talking about my old one? Or are you talking about my new one? You talking about old gen or new gen, Rust? If it's the old gen, brother, that's why. Oh. We'll go take a look. Obviously, we can't do it on stream, but I will go take a look. So yeah, if you're just joining us, there was 2 new videos that dropped. One, him playing basketball by the safe house, and the other one of him in the vapid swinging through traffic getting sideswiped. The basketball one looks very clean. And I'm going to take a look. There's been a lot. Ooh. That one was taken down. So we must be close. Is it the ones that are out there? Are we talking the basketball and the Jason the traffic and sideswipe? The ones look so fake? Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. The internet is ablaze. We're taking a look. We'll see what this is. Yummy or whatever, brother. That's a good way to get your channel deleted, bud. I wouldn't do it. Take 2 will be on you within the hour, dude, for sure. Just telling you. There's a reason why nobody else has it posted. Don't do it. Brother. Don't do it. Like I said, brother, that's going to be gone within the hour. So is the channel. Rip. 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 Sorry, I meant to put on music before I left. My bad. I hate ice cream sandwich too on my big piece of shit. I'm a big old piece of shit. Yeah, I gotta tell you, these trailers look really freaking close. That's why people are like, oh, I don't like it. I'm like, dude, do you not like the trailers? Is that something you looked at and said, I don't want to play that? I mean, if that's the case, then I get it, but GTA is probably not for you. Do you like that, Mr. Dillingham? Yep. So we are checking out all the stuff that's been out there. So far, the leaker. I'm just gonna keep him anonymous because there's no sense in instigating that any further. Um, he has said that as a punishment, he released his gameplay footage, whether it be 2023 or 2025, whatever. He says he did it because Rockstar pre-ordered digital-only copies, wants physical discs, and wants an apology, apparently. I don't think he'll get any of those things, but he says he will continue to drop leaks. Just so you know, anybody who's posted any of these has gotten struck by Take-Two Interactive within the hour. I haven't even seen anything make it 2 hours yet. I mean, it's happening a lot. Not to mention that little watermark. There's like 2 watermarks that are floating around. There's one of like a crypto coin, which I'm sure somebody else did. There's another one where it's just him promoting his site more, like 3 different mirrors. And I believe all those domains have been ripped down. So not only is he like Take-Two's going out, I would just think of him as Zelnick, but I know it's a team. But they've dude, they took the domain down. Like they're not the feds. That's crazy. Zelnick's got some power, dude. He called in some favors. He got the domain down. Usually that takes a minute. So yeah, supposedly I'm sure this guy is dumb enough to post more, so we'll benefit from that. If you want to find it, you can. Don't post it. Don't be stupid. You're going to get your channel struck or removed or all of the above. Like all of my sources, I've already been taken down. The one where he is driving around in his Vapid, I still think looks great. The models look great. The density of the NPCs, the traffic looks fantastic. The fact that the police car engaged from his current position and then came up and didn't just materialize out of thin air is awesome. It's going to make for some really fun just police chases. Yeah, it's not the shiny version of this Vapid. Also, when he's driving around, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Yes, you can. There's like some stuff in the back that's getting thrown around when he gets sideswiped. He moves in the car. It does look like there's a fuel gauge, so we might have to fill up the car. It does look like it took damage on the side. It does look like we'll have access to the trunk, a lot like Red Dead Redemption 2's like horse system where you have to go back to your horse to do swap outs. I didn't. Can you describe what's in them? And what's the length of them for each of those? Yeah, you can't put anything in here either. I'm taking a look. We'll see if this is real. Yeah, so it looks the same from before. Let me double check again. I saw another one that looked like Lucia walking, but I don't know how real that one is. I've seen all of the fake ones before, well ahead of time. Yeah, I don't see anything new. Not yet. Yeah, nothing new there. Nothing I've seen. So yeah, it kind of confirms that the sandbox looks freaking awesome. A lot of similarities for the animation from the RDR2 Rage engine, which is good. The fidelity looks fantastic to me. Yeah, I'm very pumped for the 27th. We're gonna have a watch party. We'll be talking about it in the chat. We can't do anything else until 9 p.m. Most likely, we're gonna see a trailer in the morning, and then the extended look will be just that, most likely, on the 27th of August. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be doing a lot of that for sure. And yeah, it does look like the two leaks are 100% real. Take-Two is taking vicious action and striking down everywhere and anyone. Even the map is getting struck. So yeah, that's what we have so far. If anything else kind of breaks, we'll pop up another one here. But for the most part, yeah, these are real. Again, if you're having a hard time distinguishing the AI stuff, just look for a continuous shot that's longer than 30 seconds or 15 seconds. Not a camera switch, not an edit. That's a good way to kind of pick them out. And yeah, if you see the sideswipe one and the basketball one, those are real. Take-Two is definitely going after those people. RIP your channels. Or they might even come after you legally too. And the domain that the guy did this, he's gonna release more. So again, if we get some more tonight, expect another stream ASAP. He's basically threatening to do more if they don't apologize, which is never gonna happen. That's teen angst right there. That's never gonna happen. This is earned media for them. Again, August 27th, 3 p.m. is the extended look on Netflix. We'll be doing that here in the live stream, talking about it. Then we'll be showing stuff after the embargo at 9 p.m. Most likely, if we do have that other trailer early in the morning, we'll be talking about it, showing it, and dissecting it up until 3 p.m. And then we'll do the watch party. And we'll be doing a lot of stuff in between where we're doing more of the sandbox stuff to kind of, we're modeling a couple different locations and talking about GTA 6. So it's a lot of fun. If you do want to see the legitimate stuff right now, that's not going to get you struck. State of Leonida is a community project. Red areas are speculation. Other places here that are filled in are based off of screenshots and videos that Rockstar has released. It's very accurate. In the places that are not red. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to click around and see where they actually got the real inspiration from. And yeah, this is very exciting. I'm pumped, dude. I think the sandbox is confirmed going to be awesome. The storyline, we don't know. Again, gameplay is going to confirm all of this in about 9 days. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. And again, if you got your notifications turned on, you guys will know if another one of these pop up, and we'll try to dig into it. We'll try to give the best play-by-play that we can without getting struck down by Daddy Lesnick. Lesnick? Zelnick. Take-Two Interactive. All right, guys. Love ya. See you later. Bye.